Welcome back to Live Alive. This is a YouTube channel for news, stories, and analysis surrounding Liverpool Football Club. I will update new video every day. Like, subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Daniel Sturridge retirement hint. Though he is yet to announce his retirement as a player, Daniel Sturridge has now taken a step into his next career as part of Sky Sports. It has been a difficult time for Sturridge since leaving Liverpool in 2019, beginning with a 6-week ban for betting charges weeks after departing. He joined Turkish side Trabzonspor that summer, but an appeal from the FA led to an extended suspension of 4 months and his contract being terminated. 19 months and a trial with Real Mallorca passed before Sturridge joined Perth Glory in Australia, only to be released within a year after featuring just 6 times. It has now been over a year since the 33-year-old played professional football, but he has opted not to make a public decision on his retirement. Now, though, Sky Sports have announced that Sturridge has joined their punditry team for the 2023-24 campaign, with there clearly no plans to sign for another club, after major changes to Sky Sports on-camera staff this summer, including Peter Drury replacing Martin Tyler as lead commentator. Sturridge will be part of a new setup. "I am excited to be a part of it all with Sky Sports," the striker said. "I'm looking forward to using my experience on the pitch and bringing this insight to the fans watching at home. It is set to be an exciting season ahead, and it's great to be part of the Sky Sports team bringing you all the action." Sturridge has impressed with his appearances as a pundit so far, including with Sky Sports last season, but there is a disappointment with how his career has fizzled out. In his final season at Liverpool, he featured 27 times in all competitions, scoring 4 goals, including a stunning strike against Chelsea. He was on the bench for the Champions League triumph over Tottenham in Madrid, but that proved to be his last game as a Liverpool player. Chelsea prepared to match Liverpool's Moises Caicedo bid. Chelsea are expected to match Liverpool's bid for Brighton Hove Albion midfielder Moises Caicedo, sources have confirmed to 90 Minutes. The Reds agreed to pay a British record £111 million fee to the Seagulls during the early hours of Friday morning and had expected to wrap up a deal for the midfielder over the weekend. Liverpool were so confident that completion of Caicedo's move was imminent that manager Jurgen Klopp openly talked about negotiations during a press conference on Friday. Caicedo was due on Merseyside to undergo a medical soon after the conclusion of Klopp's presser, but has yet to arrive to complete the move to Liverpool, and the club are believed to be furious at his representatives. 90 Minutes now understands that the Ecuador international has informed Brighton that he is prioritising a move to Chelsea and wants the club to allow further time to receive an acceptable offer. Chelsea saw bids worth £70 million and £80 million for Caicedo rejected by Brighton earlier this summer, despite being made aware that only offers north of £100 million would be considered. And sources have told 90 Minutes they will now match Liverpool's record sum in the next 24 hours in order to try and close a deal. 90 Minutes reported earlier on Friday that Chelsea were refusing to accept defeat in the race to sign Caicedo, and it appears they may be given another chance to make their move for their top midfield target. Chelsea have since abandoned their pursuit of Leeds United's Tyler Adams, despite agreeing a £20 million fee. Ironically, 90 Minutes understands that Brighton have been in touch with the USMNT captain's representatives regarding a move to the Amex Stadium. Liverpool make £60 million offer for Caicedo alternative. Premier League side Liverpool have made an offer for Real Madrid midfielder Federico Valverde amid interest in Moises Caicedo. According to reports, the Reds have already signed Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai so far this summer to cover the losses of Naby Keita, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and James Milner. However, the unexpected departures of Jordan Henderson and Fabinho to Saudi Arabia means that Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp could have to buy at least 1 or 2 more players. Southampton's Romeo Lavia had seemed like their top midfield target after making multiple bids for the Belgium international, but the Reds changed focus today when they bid £110 million for Brighton's Caicedo in the early hours of this morning. That bid has been accepted by the Seagulls, but Fabrizio Romano has claimed that Caicedo has made it clear to Liverpool that he will only entertain a move to Chelsea this summer, and now Liverpool could be moving on, with Spanish publication Nacional claiming that the Reds are interested in bringing Real Madrid's Valverde to Anfield this summer. The newspaper are calling Valverde the great victim of the arrival of Kylian Mbappé, with any attempt to lure the Paris Saint-Germain attacker to the Bernabeu this summer likely to strike a severe blow to the coffers. That means Real Madrid will likely have to offload Valverde or teammate Aurelien Tchouameni, although Real are yet to make a bid for Mbappé this summer. Liverpool have presented an offer of €60 million for Valverde as they try to reach an agreement with Real Madrid for the Uruguay international. It is understood that Liverpool were willing to pay €100 million not so long ago for Valverde, but his performances last season mean the Reds are only willing to offer €40 million less. Real Madrid president Florentino Perez requires a minimum of €80 million to accept, and Tchouaméni will be added to the Mbappé sacrifice list if Valverde ends up staying. Curtis Jones could now leave. Premier League club are interested in signing Liverpool midfielder Curtis Jones in the summer transfer window, according to a surprising new update. The Englishman, who is still just 22 years of age, has made his way through as one of the best graduates of the youth system at Anfield to become a genuinely important squad player. It hasn't all been plain sailing for Jones, whose form has suffered at times, not to mention injuries holding him back, but there were signs towards the end of last season that he had really found his groove. The youngster benefited from enjoying a run in the first team, and he shone in a Gini Wijnaldum-esque role as a number 8, scoring 3 times in the Premier League in total. While Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai have come in and increased competition for places in Liverpool's midfield, Moises Caicedo could also be set to join in a £110 million move. The boyhood Red supporter should still have a key role to play moving forward, with this season hopefully one that sees him go up a further gear. That being said, a surprise exit rumour has now emerged regarding Jones, with Crystal Palace seemingly keen on snapping him up in the coming weeks. According to Court Offside, the Eagles are eyeing a summer move for Jones, seeing him a strong option to come in and improve their midfield, while there is still a lot of focus on securing at least one more high-profile incoming, with Southampton's Romeo Lavia and now Brighton and Hove Albion's Moises Caicedo among the Reds' shortlisted options. As per Court Offside sources, one player who is attracting interest of his own is Curtis Jones. It would make absolutely no sense for Liverpool to sell Jones at this point in his career, having impressed so much in the spring, and still having so many years ahead of him to improve further. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.